fixed mindset or a growth mindset? Do you give your power to others, or do you control your life? We can't control what life gives us, but we do control how we respond. So if you like these episodes, please subscribe and hit that like button or dislike button so I can change the content to make it better for you, because we're in this together. Well, the story I share today is about a year ago, my wife had major back pain. She was immobile. She was in extreme pain. And before I would let days melt away for not growing myself or my family. When she was hurt, our family was flipped upside down. She does so much for the family. We took that for granted, and when me and my daughter had to step up, all we could do was care for my wife. So really, until she got the medical care she needed, we were just living in the moment, because we didn't know what was the cause of the pain and things like that. If I had a fixed mindset, I could have said or done things that were very hurtful, could have focused on things that were very bad. But because I put my faith in Jesus, I put my eyes on the Word of God, I put my eyes on how tomorrow will be, even in a moment that we had a positive, we'd talk about it and we'd spend time on that. That's what we're here to discuss. So Jesus said it best in John 12:46. I have come into the world as a light, so that no one else who believes in me should stay in darkness. So basically what that's saying is God didn't bring darkness here. He wants you to bring the light. So in order to do that, you have to realize your potential in order to grow. But if you have a fixed mindset and you're saying the words, I can't, you're not going to be able to reach your full potential. You're not going to be able to realize it, because you're going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to do that. And you don't even know that that's a belief from somebody else. A growth mindset will allow you to drive through tomorrow. So the belief system is based on 95% of our thoughts come from our subconscious mind or robot. And we adopt our values, our belief system, from our parents, our family, friends, peers, teachers, coaches maybe. But did they program you negatively or positively? What's the story you tell yourself? The example I always give is when something bad happens between two people. Does your subconscious mind, fill it in with, oh wow, that person's going to hate me, that person's going to think I'm X or Y? Or do you say, nope, I know I made a mistake, but I'm going to do it better tomorrow, and you then control the conversation? And even though that person can think how they think, right? Because you don't control that sometimes, but the way you immediately respond to that can change the whole outcome of it, because you're now focused on, okay, I'm going to do it better tomorrow. And scientifically, it's been proven students or people who think like that expand further when other people who have a fixed mindset decrease in their potential. So part of that journey for me with my wife was I felt useless. I had nothing. So in order to tackle it and get after it, what I was able to do is just pray a lot, spend time with Jesus, give him a lot of my worries and woes, and know that I was made in the image of God, and my wife was as well. This was just a passing, but I had to learn a lot. I did make mistakes. Every thought I had was not positive, but my belief system was that we would have a better tomorrow, and we do. And so now I have a better appreciation for all the stuff that my wife does do. I have a better appreciation for my awesome daughter, who really stepped up to do a lot of things. So really, last fact is fixed mindset. A lot of people get their affirmation from external sources, which you don't control. So you'll work hard, but if the person giving it to you doesn't appreciate it, that's not a growth mindset, it's a fixed mindset. If you're also a person who says, I can't because of failures, and doesn't look at how you're going to grow from the failure, that is also fixed mindset. Growth mindset, it focuses on, it doesn't say, I didn't fail, okay? Growth mindset is very factual based, which it says, okay, I messed up, but I'm gonna do it better tomorrow. So in order to do that, some people are going to have a titan of a robot that they're going to have to fight. And in some areas, I may have a fixed mindset. For those of you out there, if you're older like myself, you're pretty much maybe set in your ways. So in order for you to change who you are, the belief system results into your behaviors, which defines you, which gives you the results you want. So if you have negative thoughts in a belief system, you will have negative behaviors. and then you will have negative results on being unsuccessful. You will fail all the time, and then that's what you will focus on, and you will just see other people. The world's coming to an end, all these other things. But if you have a growth mindset, you will focus on that. You need to put your belief system on solid foundation. So what is your circle of trust? For me, the first member of that circle of trust is Jesus. But let's say you have other friends and family. Do you gravitate to the people who are always tearing you down? Or do you gravitate to the people who are building you up? You need to form a circle of trust. I would highly encourage the Word of God every day. But even online sources, I listen to Darren Daly. He is there to help me become exceptional each and every day in a 2-minute thing. The Word of God is there so that way I can bring other people and save them. And so what type of person you are. So that brings us to the personal exercise. You need to realize what your belief system is built on. Where did you get your beliefs? Who are your major role models? How do you respond to traumatic events? I can tell you through the traumatic event, that was the biggest thing that my family has absorbed in a very long time. And I can tell you we became better from it. Do I still have to grow? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do have to grow. But what I want you to do for those people who want to grow personally is create a list of who do you want to be a part of your new circle of trust. But in order to figure out, you need to figure out who gave you your current belief system. What type of belief system do you have? Is it negative, which takes away from your life, or positive, which adds to your life? Or do you have a growth mindset? And then once you do that, you'll know who to cut out, and then you'll know who to add. Because trust me, once you start having that positive mindset, you are going to be so blessed meeting these great people who their only vested interest is to help you. Now, for my leaders out there, for my leaders out there who don't like to take critiques, the reason why is because you have a fixed mindset. Because you're not willing to admit that maybe you've done wrong. You don't have authentic leadership. And so that's been something that's been out there recently. Are you authentic? Also, but if you're leading a team and you are able to admit your faults, anybody who knows me knows I will admit my faults, but I also will say how I'm going to make it better. But look at your team. Who doesn't accept critique? Who doesn't look at how I'm going to do it better next time? Well, why don't you spend time, if you already have a great positive growth mindset, spend time with them to help them grow. And once again, I'll see you next time to help folks realize their potential and reach their potential. Other than that, I ask you, how did you act today?